You must have seen some amazing sights on your way north.
Sure. Pirate cities floating in the archipelago. The mountain halls of these northern dwarves. Plenty.
I haven't been further south than the Deerwood myself. Maybe I'll come back after I've convinced the Ranga Nui and see all those things for myself.
I hope you do.
The other missionaries say you have been neglectful of your duties. They speak out of concern for you. Now tell me, is there something to their concerns? You have been an apt student, and your convictions have inspired those around you. May I ask what has changed to make you feel this way? These are the ways of the heathen world. Perhaps they would. It may come to that one day. This is why we must not fail. The heathens are beyond the gods' reach. They do not know better. We are tasked with delivering them to the gods, so that the gods may heal their souls. I have seen it with my own eyes. You will see it too, if you choose to remain. There is no greater calling than the one we have chosen. Neither words, nor wealth, nor battle will end this suffering. Only the gods. Will you give them that chance?
How do you do?
So, the messenger conveyed my summons. A miracle that would make the reincarnation of Aothis look like a child's cantrip, surely. It doesn't draw the most inspired minds, messaging. They failed me so many times of late, I nearly sent a cipher after you instead. So this is the Watcher who took over Cad Noir. Oh, don't look so surprised. It isn't an attractive expression. I wouldn't be where I am for long if I let details like that escape me. And this fiasco in the sanitarium that you seem to have gotten yourself into the middle of. What in blazes possessed you to stir that nest of trouble? Strange does not begin to describe them. The practices of the Leaden Key defy all reason. You're not the only one with an interest in their recent activities. I've lost 4 ciphers this year alone trying to get someone inside their ranks. As it is, we only have our suspicions about who is in the group and what they intend, which I suppose means we have much in common with them. The gods are cruel, I'm afraid. The man you seek is Theos Ix Arcanon, Grand Master of the Leaden Key. One of the most elusive and dangerous men Eora has ever known. Because you have seen his face, and that makes it a simple matter for me to see it. You even happened to catch him in his ceremonial garb, it seems. It must have been a special occasion. More than most, though very few would know so much as his name. And there is no way of knowing how much of what I've read is true. The leaden key dates back more than 2,000 years. What scraps of evidence exist suggest that he has died many times, only to be reborn each time exactly the same man, awakened during adolescence with all the knowledge and experience of all his lifetimes. The plots he orchestrated. That may also explain another supposed gift of his. His body is no boundary to his soul, and he is known to take possession of others, if their souls are weak enough. Often it is for elaborate deceptions, but sometimes he simply forces. He is also not one to show himself in any but their most critical matters. If he has directly involved himself in whatever the group plots now, it may be your only chance to find him. And once you do find him, if you can find him, I would not hold my hopes too high if I were you. He is a driven, single-minded man. He will not have the slightest concern for your problems. Keep me informed. The leaden key has been busy lately, and that is distressing news. I can only guess as to what whatever it is they're up to. Figuring it out will be of great use to both of us. If you find your trail has run cold, come to me with whatever you have. There is much I may be able to do for you. Well, let's hear it. Forgive me, it is unlike Theos to leave witnesses. He must be furious. He did not aid you as you'd hoped, I take it? Well, take heart. With any luck, when he has finished his business, he will show. This news of yours makes sense, of course. To dabble in animancy is to puzzle over the secrets of the gods. This would not. If we can learn more about their goals and methods, perhaps we can get the palace behind us. With Avar's support. The same way I come by all my knowledge. Exhaustive research, spying, bribery, perhaps some less savory measures. Whatever the knowledge demands, I pay in full. There is nothing of greater value. Unfortunately, with Theos, there is also nothing more scarce. Precious little, I'm afraid. You may know much of it already. No one member knows the identity of more than a handful of other members. They are kept in the... Despite that, they are very good at what they do, owing much to their founder, who will take matters into his own hands when... Yes? All the things there are to know in this world, and you ask me about work. Deerwood is a rebel country. Conflict is in its blood. If you think a few guards posted in our cities... We are Deerwood's cipher investigators, of course. But what we really are is its last barrier against anarchy. People are more at ease when they believe they are watched over by someone more enlightened than they are. It pacifies them. So that is the image we foster. And we do try to be enlightened for their sake. The knowledge we gather here is Deerwood's standing army in many ways. We learn what's vital and we act on it while Deerwood sleeps, blissfully unaware of the terrifying truths all around them. I wish I could tell people the things I know sometimes, but the truth is I don't think many of them could bear it. Me? I started this place, in a different time, under a different duke. I impressed the duke with my research and my work ethic, and he became possessed of the notion that I would be ideal. I lost count ages ago. Such a strange thing to celebrate, getting closer to death. Oh, I've had my share of work done to prolong my existence, if that's what you're wondering. There was a time when I considered enlisting the theorems of Pondgrum to extend my life indefinitely. I found the thought of devouring my political enemies to sustain my own life greatly appealing. I must have gone soft with age. There was. He believed in dying with dignity. He was old-fashioned that way, my husband. We saw the world very differently, he and I. Try your best not to die out there.
Just say the word.
Hail and well met. Well met, friend.
Yeah?
The dozens may not like us foreigners much, but they certainly don't mind taking our coin.
Don't stand on ceremony. State your business. Go see Osric. He's usually got something. You do well for him?
Just say the word.
For the last time, Aidwig, keep your fucking blade up! If that dummy was armed, it'd have your head off! You want an expedition? Talk to Wenham. I just handle these mercenary shit show. I was formerly one of the Knights of the Crucible. When I left, they kept my arms and armor. The arms they can have, but the armor... You don't choose to leave knighthood. The Crucible Knights, they may not be a real knighthood, but the oaths still. Turns out that even unofficial knighthoods have politics. You cross the... It's a breastplate. Not much to look at, and it's seen far too much use, but it's been in my family since the No. Oh, they'd like that, I'm sure. But I won't be going. Sooner be torn. Then it's Penhelm you're looking for. A low snake of a man. It's a requirement to join the Knights. They have to ensure a novitiate doesn't have a subversive lineage. If Penhelm's superiors found out his affidavit was a fake, his career would be over. Every novitiate gets an affidavit from...
Well met, friend.
Her clergy belongs there.
Good day, stranger.
Welcome.
All these circling feet heading nowhere.
How do you do?
Good day to you.
Good day to you.
This entire...
Beyond seek!
Ready, Watcher.
Aye? Arthek, Worth, and Wrath!
Arthek, Worth, and Wrath.
Just say the word.
Lava beyond seek! Yes? I shall deal with this one.
Just say the word. I'm on it. Just say the word.
Hello? Hello?
I'm on it. Let's see what's in here. That'll do it. Just say the word.
What?
Just say the word. You're mine! Just say the word.
My eyes are peeled.
Let's see what's in here. Let's see what's in here.
Aye?
This fight is mine!
Earth that worth and rock!
You're...
How may I help, sir? These are...
Just say the word. Just say the word. Not a problem.
Aye? Earth that... Worth and wrath!
Slippery devil!
Arthur, worth and wrath!
Let's go! You better run! Death to our enemies!
Let's have it out!
Let's settle! Yeah? That's fighting dirty!
I'll see what I can find.
Not a problem. I'll have this open in no time. That'll do it.
What? Lavaru beyond.
Let's go! You better run! Leave it to me. You're mine! Just say the word.
I?
I feel. Narima. Just death to our enemies! Just say the word. Quickly and quietly. Yeah? My eyes are peeled.
How may I help?
Stand still!
Just say the word. Just say the word.
I'm on the trail.
Let's go! Step! Let's go!
Following your lead.
Just get toward.
What?
Yeah. Get toward enemy. Let's go. Just say the word. Just say the word.
I'm on the trail.
Just say the word. Can do.
If thou shalt not believe.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ready, Watcher.
Aye?
Leave it to me. I'll go on ahead. Found it!
Worth and rough!
Athena Palino Marinarima. Not a problem. My eyes are peeled. Can do. Let's go!
Ready, Watcher.
Just say the... Just say the word. Let's go! Let's go! Just say the word. Just say the word. Can do. Yeah.
Let's happen! Aspect worth and rough!
Yeah.
I'll see what I can find.
Leave it to me.
try this configuration. Still nothing. Device. Shouldn't be here. What? 15 years at Brackenbury. 7 tours to the ruins beyond Solace Vale. I'm an animancer. Still an animancer. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Forgive me. Forgive me. Research. We came to do research on the tower. Some commission from gods. It hardly matters now. Something happened on our 11th night. Lights in the sky and a static charge in the air. But we were so careful. We were staying in the chambers below. Trindig, my assistant, said he saw a robed figure lurking around the tower. Wore a mask. Carried knives at his sides. A trick of shadows, I told him. The next morning, we felt strange, like we hadn't eaten in weeks. So dazed that we didn't at first notice the blood around our beds, the strange wounds that had appeared overnight. And the machine, this cursed spire, dormant for 2,000 years, lifeless through hundreds of our experiments, and we wake that morning to find it spinning on its own. On its own! How can we stop what we couldn't start? Years I've been doing this. Years. I know how these things work, but I don't know how this happened. Nowhere to go. That's the problem. Their souls are trapped here like flies in a jar, clinging to rotting meat. No time to slow down. But I can explain. Hold a magnet over iron splinters and they stick, yes? Rub your hand over weir wool and the hair of your head will follow it. So it is with this machine. It has the power to manipulate souls, but why? For what? And how many others lie buried in the ruins of Erglonfath? No. Focus on this one. It's imprisoned our souls in our bodies. Cut the root between essence and flesh. Left a dwindling soul stuck in a shriveling husk. I didn't see him. My assistant, he saw him. We laughed. Said he was spooked by the cemetery. Perhaps it was already too late. I don't know what he did, but by morning the machine was on and we were slain. People were already on the streets, complaining of neighbors and family members acting strangely. Not yet, but I will be. My body is dead. My soul, imprisoned in this corpse, only makes it seem otherwise. And as the body decays, so does the mind. Until nothing is left but the hunger. The only way to forestall the process is through a regular infusion of essence. Living flesh is the only ready supply. I'm not proud of any of it. Hunting men and women in the early days of the affliction. Picking off soldiers that came to investigate. But I'd do it again. I'll do it as long as I must to end this disaster. You could help. Help me end this. Help me find sustenance. Not your help I need. It's Harridan, shrew, squanders her research on frivolities, then refuses to make herself useful. Runes. The runes are the last part of the puzzle. Acantha knows them. She gives them to you, and you can turn the machine off. Release our souls. By the time I realized what had happened, the district had already been sealed. So we fed when we needed, and locked ourselves in the tower to work. Yes, Acantha. She was here, in the district. Probably here still, always prepared. Clever lady, that one. And perhaps you'll bring me something. Something to keep me sharp. Then I show you a secret about the machine. Something to make you strong.
Just say the word. Let's go!
What?
Just say the word.
The Faru.
Death torch! Just say the word. It's rude to stare, you know. Don't worry. I've no mind to start anything with you. After all, I've stayed in such good shape by choosing my meals. That fool Aldhelm. He sent you, didn't he? I can hardly believe he's had the cleverness to survive. That's... He dabbles with ancient and powerful devices, with all the finesse of a blacksmith. He sends you here to petition me for aid after years of disparaging my research. I'll bet he didn't even tell you the tower's name, did he? That's his... Ter Nuneth. It's called Ter Nuneth. They built the machine atop it to contain souls, hold them in place. But the others I've seen, machines scattered all over the Deerwood, are... Back to these Tinker's concerns. And what would you do with these tethered souls if I told you? So you say. And just what would you release them to? They'd abandon their existence. So be it. My studies and efforts shall grow through yours. These are the words you need. Something has awakened in your mind. You understand far more than I ever did. Take this. Turn it off, I expect. That will be easy now that you can read the runes. The vessels would still roam, but striking them down would return their...
Flesh. still and silent. It's finally over.
Mancy has had its failure. Share of blood.
That's no comparison. Animancers have the advantage of education.
traveler.
And with that comes authority and responsibility.
How fares your search? Well, let's hear it. This is troubling. That civilization seems to have known more about the mechanics of souls than anyone since. The Leaden Key was born in that period. It may be that Theos has full knowledge of their technology. That isn't enough to take to the Duke, but we're close. Avar Wolfgren is a cautious man. He will want to know everything possible before being moved to action.
What? If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skidding your knuckles on the wrong door. Tell me what you saw. It is the light of the Godhammer you saw. It was a weapon of Deerwood's people, a symbol of their independence. It saved the Deerwood. It brought the Saints' War to an end, knocked a god from his perch. There are few that would deny Aothis overstepped. The God Hammer reminded Aothis of it. You saw its light because I helped shape it, give it life, and release it into the world. Once seen, its glory is almost too bright to be believed, and too bright to be forgotten. There were 12 of us. We fashioned the weapon, drafted plans for it, prayed for guidance at Ashfall, and it came to me there. Each of us were given a staff made from the forest of black trees around us, glowing with embers, and it felt as if the staff was Margaren's own finger, guiding my hand, guiding the other 11, the shadows of the 12 who had come to stand. Even in that stand, there was a ritual to it, for the 12 that stood on the bridge. As 12 held Aothis fast, we 12 unleashed our prayers and let the God Hammer fall. Shadows cast by the fire of the God Hammer, perhaps. We shared their fate as well in time. Not all deaths come with stilled breath. The connection we once shared with Margren. After the light of the God Hammer, not many can claim to have killed a god. It is less a heroic tale than you would think. The world is broken. The wheel still crossing two gods. Even as Margaret shaped our hands, perhaps we carried her with. Yet if the world had changed, then I sought to. I remembered Margaret's teachings. How reminders on the flesh were more important than the death. As I stepped from the now blessed Godhammer Bridge, I thought of Ashfall. I thought of the wall of black trees. The road to Ashfall is long. Gives one time to think. If you think long enough, you do not go home. Of my fellow 11 craftsmen, disciples, I know not what happened to them, if they suffered the same doubt as I did. But it was underserved. It was wrong. We had done all. We put much of ourselves into the god. Each of the 12 we all studied Widewind. He was our enemy, and he had provided the flesh the god wore as. You don't kill the god. You kill the man it in. Perhaps your eyes were blinded by the truth of the god. If you fear for my spirit, your fears are baseless. The Godhammer, seeing its light, only fueled my anger. I do not need you to cast any more questions on me, Watcher.
You've been on your own for 5 years.
I've had Itamok.
But you can't talk to him.
My standards changed around year 2.
Aye?
Just say the word. Leave it to me.
It's very nice. We're not sleeping here, are we?
Walls need some work before this place is secure. My husband could fix them right up.